What you mean private? Like done. Test. What? Bro, what are we doing here? Hello. Okay. Come on. Okay, that's better. What? Okay. What is this? Yo. What's up, Colton? What's up, James? James, or Jame rather. Jame, you do not need access to the app in order to use Sora or to make Sora 2 videos. It's actually one of the things that I talk about in my new course. I literally just dropped it today. Would be awesome if you checked it out. You don't need to, but it is kind of the purpose for the stream tonight. But yeah, one of the things I do talk about in there is the fact that you can access Sora 2 without the app and without even being on their website. You can access it in other spots, so. But yeah, for like a full deep dive into how to prompt Sora 2 correctly, how to go viral with it, and kind of just the do's and don'ts of how to prompt inside of Sora. You know, I just put out a course that's pretty comprehensive, pretty relevant, I think. I tried to keep it pretty relevant to what people would want, like right now, today, as far as going viral with Sora, so. What does that even mean? It means that, well, for anyone who's not fully up to speed, if you're not plugged into the whole AI ecosystem, Sora 2 is what you see right here. And it's one of the latest popular AI video models. It's pretty state of the art. A lot of people are talking about it right now. You've most likely seen at least a few Sora videos on social media if you spend any time doom scrolling. They're kind of everywhere right now. And there's a very specific way to kind of go about going viral with one of these. If you know how to prompt Sora 2, if you know how to use it, you can do pretty well with it and go pretty far. I've gotten, geez, I mean, almost like at least over 100 million views just on Sora 2 videos. And I don't always go viral, but I think I've gone viral enough to where I can pretty confidently point people in that right direction if that's what they want. If you want to go viral with a video and make it with Sora 2, that's kind of who this course is for. And just in general, how to use it, how to prompt it, how to use it correctly. Yeah, basically. It's a little scary, yes. It's scary how advanced it's getting. But yeah, Ghetto for sure. Cool name, by the way, Ghetto Vampire. Yeah, so I mean, Sora 2, it's by the same people who do ChatGPT. So the same company behind ChatGPT also have a video model where you can literally just type in a prompt and get any kind of a video out of it, like a 5 or 10 second long video. So came out like 3 or 4 weeks ago. It's been blowing up. It's really powerful, and yeah. AI is not 100% right all the time. I would agree, yeah. More often than not, it's actually not, it doesn't give you what you want. And that's kind of why clever prompting comes into play, knowing how to prompt for things and not overdoing it, things like that. Can't hear what's being said. Okay, is my microphone a little low? Are you having trouble hearing me? Hey, how's it going? OpenAI, yes. Yes, Colt. OpenAI. Alrighty, so I'm just gonna kind of, I don't know. It's kind of gonna be a chill stream tonight, nothing too formal, as usual, but we're probably gonna play around with Sora a little bit, and maybe some other stuff as well. No, Carol's just up in the ears. I wish going viral meant instant money. I wish that was true as well. First of all, it depends where you go viral. Some platforms will pay you good money for going viral a lot quicker than other platforms will. I think, for example, if you go viral on YouTube and you can make a pattern out of it, you can probably monetize your channel a lot sooner than you would on, say, Instagram or one of these others. They all have different criteria, you know, but going viral doesn't hurt. It's definitely a major step in that direction of getting monetized on any of these platforms. Is Sora free? It is free if you have access to the app. Unfortunately, as somebody mentioned earlier, it's kind of invite only right now, which I don't know how long that's going to last. Hopefully they open it up to everybody soon. But for now, that's pretty much the only way to access it for free. There are other ways to access it on different websites, like FreePick. You will have to pay some money though. It is credits based. Not super expensive in my opinion, but it's not totally free. So like these videos, for example, I made off of Sora, but they're still Sora videos. I just didn't have to use Sora to make them, if that makes any sense at fucking all. Can I make a Halloween video? Yes, I do want to get into a Halloween video. That sounds fun. And does not, here, hang on one sec, return. Not 100% right all the time and does not always answer questions if it's too controversial, for example. Yes, return J-Day. Yes, no, it it likes to put up a fight when you ask it certain things or you prompt it with certain things, and it also depends on the AI. ChatGPT is a little more censorious than some others. It just really depends which one you're using. Only get low-res 30 vids a day and free. Okay, yeah, so I actually didn't know 30 was the limit for the free tier. I feel like it's changing every few days. Like I get different answers, but at least if you're on Sora Pro, you get like 100 videos a day, which is fine for most people. I would personally prefer that it was unlimited so I could just keep prompting all day, but yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? If used properly, what's the benefit? I mean, that's a great question. Like, it depends. There's a lot of benefits depending on what you're doing in life, right? Me personally, I'm an artist and I like to make weird abstract stuff. And so the benefit for me is that it's really, really fun to make weird, strange art using AI. That's just me personally. It's going to benefit other people differently, but, and it's going to hurt people as well. It's, you know, not always so friendly, especially to like the job market. It's definitely posing a threat to many sectors of society in that way, and that's no good, but it's kind of inevitable. Used to be higher, it's 30 now for the 20-a-month plan. Oh, even for the 20-a-month plan, you're still kept at 30. That's kind of a shame. Damn. Well, I mean, the kind of sort of good news is that if you're on a different platform like this, for example, FreePick, you can access Sora by spending a few credits because it's like doing an API call. Thank you for the perfect, oh yeah, you're welcome, Stock. I answered it the best that I could. You know, I recognize the concerns people have with AI. I know it's not like the panacea of all of society's woes, but for little old me, you know, just like an artist trying to get by, I just really enjoy playing with the new tools that keep coming out. I like things that are visually arresting and hypnotizing, and it's like perfect at that. So, you know, it amuses me greatly. And so maybe we'll do something Halloweenish. I mean, the funny thing is, if you're familiar with my page at all, I mean, Halloween's just kind of my overall theme in general. I kind of just make weird body horror and stuff like that. But I guess we could lean even heavier into it, you know. What's the cost per gen of 720 in credits? Felt expensive. 1080 12. Oh yeah, 1080p at 12 seconds is like super expensive through the API call, which kind of sucks. Here with FreePick, like for example, if you do open Sora 2, not the Pro version, just standard Sora 2, 720p, 4 seconds, 8. I typically run an 8-second video, so the cost for this would be 3,200 credits, which does sound like a lot, but I think Free Pick breaks credits down pretty fairly. They give you quite a bit depending on the plan that you're on. Even at the premium tier at like 12 bucks a month, oh, this is annual. So for 20 bucks a month, you get what? 18,000 credits. Okay, yeah, so that's still a little pricey, I guess. So for 20 bucks a month, you're basically getting like like 6 or 7 days. Okay, yeah, I take it back. That's actually kind of expensive. Damn, dude. Yeah, these things are not getting cheaper typically. Sometimes, but not usually. When AI answers me like that, I get the feeling I'm right, which answers my question. Hell yeah. Especially if you like veer into conspiratorial land and you just ask questions that it's like, that it just like instantly rejects an answer to. It's kind of validating. It's like, yeah, that's what I thought. You're captured, you're controlled, or something. I don't know. Have you noticed big difference between pro and regular? I have, actually. I've noticed quite a big difference. And this is one of the things I go over in my course. I have like specific modules about it. Oh God, I'm becoming that guy, aren't I? Like the one who goes on podcasts and just say like, well, if you read my book, you'll find in chapter 6 that I took. I mean, sure, whatever. But today's kind of a big day for me because it's my first actual course launch. So I'm going to eat it up, you know? But yeah, I mean, my point is I do discuss in one of those videos how I actually prefer the results of Sora 2 regular over Sora 2 Pro most of the time. The only real advantage I would say for Sora Pro is the resolution is higher, but it just takes longer to render, and in some cases it's not even better, especially for some of the more raw, like kind of authentic, you know, body cam types of footage and whatnot. I do prefer the results of regular over Pro. You know? Okay. Is regular basically draft mode like VO draft, which I think is great, nearly identical? I don't really draft mode. I'm not sure I'm familiar. I mean, there's a draft folder like where it places all of your generations until you decide to actually post it. I'm not quite sure. Animal talking is better in VO. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I think VO3 definitely outperforms Sora in certain use cases. I don't do a whole lot of lip syncing personally in my stuff. Well, lately that's kind of not as true. Some of my like animal hybrid videos, I've been doing a lot of lip sync, but let's try something weird. Oh, this is kind of weird. Oh, I already saw that. What are your thoughts on investing in it, and has it gone public? Oh, do you mean investing in Sora? Well, I think you can invest in OpenAI, which is the company that makes Sora. I don't know if you can invest in like Sora stocks specifically. I think you would just be investing in OpenAI at that point, I would assume. VO3 draft is the fast mode versus pro. I see. Okay, so it's referred to as draft mode. That would make sense. I have heard of VO3 fast versus quality, and that would make sense that you would use the fast mode as like a drafting tool. I just haven't heard it referred to it as that. But yeah, were you asking if Sora has like a draft mode or a quicker mode? Oh, you're kind of comparing Sora Pro with like VO3. Okay, I see where you're getting at. Yeah, I mean, and to be honest, sometimes I even prefer the results of VO3 fast mode in certain cases. So these faster models, in my opinion, are not always necessarily worse. That's kind of the consensus because like it's cheaper, so obviously it must be worse quality, but that has not been my experience, you know, depending on you know, what we're doing. What is this? Potato. All right, let's just kind of goof off a bit, you know. Let's add weird lobster heads to things. Shaq follows your brother on Sora. That's awesome. Hell yeah. It's so funny that Shaq is on Sora now as one of the cameos. I haven't used it. I haven't used his likeness yet, but that's quite funny. I agree. Fast mode is better in many ways. At times, an ability to gen lots and get into flow for finding. Yeah, for sure, right? It's kind of cool. It's great when it ends up being better than the big model, and maybe that wasn't like intended. Maybe these companies prefer that you use their bigger model because it's more expensive. But I don't know. I don't know what's going on under the hood with, you know, these models and what makes one faster than the other. I mean, in the context of something like Comfy UI, like I guess a faster video generation would be like fewer steps, right? Or like a lower CFG on the K sampler. That is kind of what I'm thinking as far as, oh, also resolution as well. If you set there's a lot of factors that'll make something render quicker, but yeah. It'd be nice if videos would say when it's fake. Yes and no. I have complicated emotions around like the whole disclosure thing about like, is a video real or not? Especially on some of these like platforms, I kind of get the idea, and I could be wrong about this, but I've gotten the impression that like if you mark like certain videos as AI generated specifically, number one, you're gonna get like, you're gonna kind of attract the haters a little more like a magnet if they know right away that it's AI, because there's a lot of AI haters online already. And number two, I feel like maybe the platforms themselves limit your reach if you mark it as AI explicitly. Again, I could be wrong at that. That's just kind of been my impression over the last few months, but I don't know. And just as an artist in general, I don't know. I have complicated feelings about it. Feelings that I haven't like fully thought through, so I can't really articulate it that well. But do you believe in rendering and designing models without AI has a future? Yes. Well, I believe it definitely has a future, but it's going to become more and more augmented by AI, and I think traditional rendering is going to look very different 5 or 10 years from now than it does today. It's going to be a lesser and lesser manual process. I don't foresee it ever fully becoming replaced by AI, but you know, I don't know. It's something I think a lot. Like, even if it were to be fully replaced by AI, like, I think people get so attached to their tools. They really do, and the fact that they spent years getting good at something, and so it's like sunken cost fallacy kind of thing. Like, well, even though these tools are like objectively more advanced and quicker and all this stuff, like, I still want to keep using this medium because I worked hard to learn it. And like, at least as an artist, I feel like the overall point to any type of expression is being able to take your imagination and bring it into reality as accurately as humanly possible. And these tools are just a way to bring your imagination into the 3D. And if AI can bring us closer and closer to this thinner and thinner veil of bringing our imagination into the 3D, why should that necessarily be resisted? Like, if we reach a point one day where we can literally just think a thought, and in a mere moment or two, like, it beams that idea onto the TV and you have like a movie based on your imagination, is that not incredible? Why involve ourselves in the minutia of like rendering and getting dirty with these tools, which take months or even years sometimes to deploy an idea, when you could have a new medium that just brings your ideas more quickly into reality? it's so funny and interesting, the resistance that's being put up against it. And I get it from the perspective of job loss, I really do. It's a very complicated situation, but I also think an innovation as disruptive as this cannot and should not be prohibited and prevented. Like, it is inevitable because of how utterly efficient it is. It's not going to be stopped. And so your best bet moving forward as a human being is to befriend it and get along with it and learn how to use it correctly. So that was kind of my little podium moment. Do you ever find AI creepy with how real it tends to look? 100%. I find it very creepy, especially with stuff made by like Animate Diff and whatnot. It's so psychedelic at times that it almost feels like it's tapping into something parallel, really, like some like weird dimension that we're unknowingly manipulating to get these results. Like this video, for example, like this is so uncanny. It's frightening. I'm into facts stranger than fiction. Me too. Although I love uncanny and strange too, but intentional, not a forced Unreal Engine aesthetic. Let me read that a little slower. My mind's moving too fast. Although I love uncanny. Metahumans are a good way to drive performance, but metahumans with best lighting can't compete with AI in surpassing Uncanny Valley from lighting skin details. Oh, yeah. No, I would agree with that. Uncanny and strange do have a place and a time. Like, it's maybe not great for mass adoption and appeal, but in an artistic sense, I mean, practically anything has a use case, right? Including the uncanny and the strange, which is kind of my, whole spiel. Alrighty, let's do something like vaguely fun, shall we? Vaguely ever so fun. Let's dive into one of my old drawings, shall we? And take it and kind of just turn it into something AI-ified. And so I think I will find a cool, weird drawing for us to manipulate that I made back in the day, the Dizzy. That's kind of cool. How about we take that? Am I invested in infrastructure or rendering or GPU like the render network token by Otoy? Or no, we will need something else than the local power. I am not invested in an infrastructure rendering or GPU. I'm not exactly sure. Is that like a crypto related question, Swars? I'm not totally sure on that. I know that AI has an intelligent life-like force. It does. It seems to, anyway. It comes across as very reminiscent of life, if not life itself. It's creepy as hell. Let's play with this, shall we? It is crypto. Yes, my only involvement with crypto at the moment is in the NFT space, and I've had a few collections now that have been minted and sort of broadcast, and it's been a pretty positive experience. I am definitely bullish on NFTs and kind of the future, even though it kind of goes through hills and valleys. I'm kind of a long-term believer in digital minting in general. At the very least, as far as like proving authorship of a work, I think NFTs are like a really positive thing for artists, and I don't think enough people are really fully aware of that. But yeah, I'm pretty bullish on NFTs. I like minting NFTs and sharing them with others. And I think the type of work I make is like pretty interesting as an NFT. But that's really my only involvement with crypto. I don't know if that really answers your question, but I am talking way too fucking fast for my own good right now. What was I about to fucking do? Let's go to Magnific. Let's take my drawing, you see, and let's do something with it. I don't know what exactly. Maybe we will, maybe we'll do this. Let's swap it in with this parameter. And hell, let's just see what happens. Let's also just kind of explore some of my past creations. What I want to do, guys, is I want to take this old drawing of mine and I want to make it more lifelike, more photorealistic, more colorful, more everything. Blockchain is our future. In many ways, I think it is, yes. Been playing with the idea of the algorithmic subconscious allowing human aesthetic, itch, and algorithmic music choice to create meaning in my edits and gens via Midjourney. Damn, you're like deep in the weeds. I love it. That's cool. I need to like reread that. Algorithmic subconscious. Weird. Algorithmic music choice. Yeah, I mean, dude, there's so many artistic possibilities with any of these tools. It's such a deep, endless rabbit hole. I'm so like in awe of these artists who like deliberately choose not to touch AI just out of principle. And in the meantime, they're getting passed by a bunch of folks. And they're just, more importantly than that, they're missing out on their own fun. Like they could be having so much fun bringing their own ideas into this new medium. But I think a lot of people are maybe scared of it or intimidated or just not vibing with what AI does and is. And I just find that to be unfortunate because it's one of the most fun and interesting innovations I've ever seen in my life, in my lifetime. And why would anybody want to sleep on that? Ooh, that's kind of cool. So as you can tell, I'm definitely not a fan of AI. Just kidding. An obese prom queen holding a bouquet of mini roses. Interesting. What's an obese? I don't know what that is. You mean like an obese prom queen? Holding a bouquet of mini human roses? I kind of like that. Maybe I'll try it. Okay, where am I? I'm right here. So let's find an interesting style to play with. You know what? How about I take this like crazy swamp guy? Look at that. Look how weird that is, by the way. Like, what even the fuck? It's so weird. Let's take him and use him as a style reference for my drawing. Because why not? Could be funny. Apply the style, likeness, and texture from image 1 onto the structure of image 2. Guess we'll start there as far as our prompt goes. Yeah, and we'll do, I guess, one to one. And we'll do like 4 of them, shall we? One of the cool things about FreePic, you guys, is depending on the plan that you're on, you can have unlimited image generations using any of their image models. I think for as low as like 40 bucks a month, which is not the cheapest, but for like unlimited anything, that's a pretty good deal in my opinion. And FreePic offers you unlimited access to their image models and editing and all that for that price. I use it constantly personally. I use their image models all day long. Obese Beast Lady. Maybe I'll try that out. Just give me a sec though, I want to see this through to fruition. Oh, weird. Oh, that's kind of cool. That's dope as hell. So is that. That's so strange. Oh, that's cool. I like that too. That's pretty neat, actually. Spaces canvas on FreePic. No, I haven't tried that actually. I'm not familiar with that on FreePic. I'll have to check that out. All right, XL, let's try your idea. Let's see. Let me have chat help us out. Actually, I'll just talk to it. I need a prompt to make an image, and the image should depict like a really fat, obese, almost like unrealistically obese prom queen holding a bouquet made of mini human roses. I need a hyper realistic prompt is what I'm gonna say. May not be out yet was a beta invite. Gotcha. Okay. I may or may not have access to that, but maybe I'll check in a bit. Hyper realistic. Okay, this could be good. Let's try this out. Let's lean on some of my preferred image models here. Like this one, for example. We'll do that. We'll do... Wait, video? Excuse me? Does Rev have video now? Wait a second. No shit. Oh, it's using different video models. Okay. I thought Rev had its own video model now. That would have been cool. But, okay, let's do this. We're gonna do 1-to-1. Gonna run the prompt, enhances on, and let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. Let's see here as well. For this, now I'm just gonna use this guy as a style reference for my drawing on Magnific, and I'm gonna remove the prompt. We're not even gonna use a prompt. So let's just run it as is, see what we get. Unlimited, so with you generating endless, they won't be profitable. I mean, basically. Wait, oh, I haven't read your earlier messages, though. What are you talking about? You can use it already in Blender. People say... People use it without knowing that it's paid in tokens. Oh, are you equating these token-based apps to, like, crypto purchases and whatnot? That's an interesting way to look at it. How to do it AI movable? Not sure what that means. Oh boy. Sick. Gnarly. Pretty weird. Ooh, hell yeah, look at that. Now that's cool. Let me try something extra weird. Let's take a video like this. This is gonna make no sense at all. We're gonna take a screen grab of that ostrich video. We're going to paste it in, and then for image number 2, I'm gonna take this thing that I just made, and let's say replace the ostrich in image 1 with the subject in image 2. Fucking demented. OpenAI video models tokenized in the back by breaking video and image data into patches. Very interesting. You seem to know quite a bit about this. Very strange how it operates on the back end. It's cool that you know this much about it, though. Is Sora image model as creative as video model? I don't know about as creative. It's kind of just like different. I kind of tend to compare image models with other image models as opposed to like images to video models. It's more of like a, what's the word for it? Like a lateral comparison instead of vertical. I don't know, some corporate term I'm trying to think of. Oh, look at that. That's crazy. Look at this shit. That's fucking cool and weird. I love it. It did exactly what I asked it to do. Let's keep going with this weird fucking thing. Let's bring it into Hello, Hello Minimax, by the way, you guys just released their 2.3 model, which is like really good for image to video. And so what we're gonna wanna do now is bring this new image in and then do something weird with it. Where's it at? Come on. Okay. Hello Minnie, hello Muhammad, how are y'all doing? Hey Galaxverse, if you're still here, I'm trying to get better at responding to YouTube chat. I'm not AI, I am live, but it doesn't always catch my attention, so I apologize. I'm trying to balance comments from Twitch, YouTube, Instagram all at once. There's probably a better way to do this, something I could install or just, yeah, I don't know. I don't have a good solution for it yet, but I'm here, I'm real, and thank you for being here. All right, so for this, we're gonna say the man and the creature embrace romantically, flirting. Flirting. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so we're gonna do 2.3. We're just gonna run that because why the hell not? And let's see what the hell we get. This came out really cool. I'm very pleased with what it ended up doing with this. This is cool too. Let's do something with that prom queen picture as well. Let's have ChatGPT help us with a really weird prompt on this one. We'll paste that in. It's one of my custom GPTs. All right, let's see what we got here. What the fuck, dude? What a happy couple, eh? Embrace Halloween, and that's why I'm here. Hell yeah. It came out way more sad than I imagined. Yeah, it's kind of depressing. Oh boy, too real. But we're about to get some really freaky results from these prompts in just a sec. I think you're gonna be pleased. They could have made at least one of them smiling, I agree. Oh, check that out. It's like a perfect, as far as like where it's on the screen. You can kind of see like a before and after. That's dope. It's like I'm interacting with my own drawings, isn't it, you guys? It's kind of cool when you think about it. All right, so let's see what we got here. Whoa. It's so silly. What the fuck is even going on? How about the faces in the bouquet start snapping at each other, trying to viciously eat one another. Let's just try that out. And let's see what these other results look like as well. So good. Very silly. Ooh. That's cool. The way she looked towards them has me rolling, right? Her hand becomes like rotted. It's very funny. Hello, Shahin. How are you doing? Okay. We have 2 more to look at. Very funny. All right, I think I'm done with that picture. I'm tired, you guys. I think I'm gonna probably wrap it up in a little bit here. Maybe I'll go for the hour. Currently at 43 minutes. Not too bad. I just don't know what I'm really in the mood to make tonight. I'm pretty tired. I had a long day. But happy to kind of show you what I'm doing right now. It's funny. Oh boy. All right, I think I'm gonna wrap it up, guys. I'm kind of out of steam. A money tree that takes your life. Ooh, actually, that's kind of good, isn't it? Maybe we'll try that real quick. I need a prompt for a video depicting like a realistic money tree, but it like sucks the life out of the man trying to harvest it. Kind of like a metaphor for, I guess, what money can actually do to you. But depicted in the form of like a weird video. So let's make a prompt for that. Let's try this out, shall we? We'll run it through Sora. And then we'll run it through some others as well. Run it through Hillowo. And we'll run it through, I don't know, Kling, I guess? I like the clips with the intricate patterns too, so pleasing. Nice. Yeah, the more detail the better as far as I'm concerned with some of these like really trippy mesmerizing fractally things. It's definitely like my favorite style to go for, but it's not always the most like viral type of stuff. If it were, I'd be doing it all day, but here, let's see, text to video. This is really tiny. There we go. Okay, so there, we're gonna run that. Yes, that's good. So now we have 3 separate video models rendering the same prompt, just to kind of compare and contrast, see which one gives us the best result. You know? All right, let's see what we got. What the fuck? His skin just like starts to decay. It's kind of weird. Oh, that's too bad. Nothing actually happens to him. I think the prompt is also too long and complicated. Maybe if we shorten the prompt a bit. A money tree takes, or let's see, absorbs the life out of a man trying to harvest dollar bills too much. That's like a lot more simple, I think. I think with some of these models, less is definitely more. By the way, that's something I go over in my course, how when it comes to prompting, just like, yeah, there's a number of things you need to know about, like how to correctly prompt these things just to get the perfect result. That's kind of weird. Look at that. He just enters the tree. Yeah, again, like it's such a weird... I haven't even fully read the prompt, so I don't know what it's trying to do, but... All right, so here's Sora. Honestly, it looks just like Minimax. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, that prompt is not good at all. Let's just try the new one I've written. A money tree absorbs the life out of a man trying to harvest dollar bills too much. I like the sound of that a lot more. It should be like Ivy taking him over. Ooh, that's a good one. I like that. Dollar B. A man is harvesting dollar bills from a money-giving tree when suddenly the tree viciously wraps around him like ivy and vines, punishing the man. I don't want to say like killing or hurting. It's probably going to reject that. So you got to get clever with your language. Why am I spelling viciously wrong? There we go. Let's try this. We'll try that. We'll try this. The hell? It's terrible. You're welcome, Stockdale. No problem. Let's see how this final thing comes out. Kind of curious. Hey, invoice header, how's it going? Let's see how the comments are over here. Nothing from the other end. What is this music? Weird. Oh, that's kind of interesting. I like the lighting. That's kind of cool. Interesting. The hell? So many tabs open. Fuck. These are not that great. It's a tough one. I guess, oh wait, let's see how these turned out. Ooh, that's a good one. I think we have a winner. Check that out. That's a really good video, actually. I liked that a lot. That's like exactly what we were after, I think. It's fucking sick. Let's see what this other one looks like, too. Nice. That's so cool. Yeah, Minimax is killing it. This is such a good video model. I love it. Very freaking cool. And then finally Kling. Oh, that's kind of cool. That's pretty good. It's definitely a lot less realistic. A lot more like whimsical and CGI. Whereas Minimax, like this looks like practical effects almost. Look how believable that looks. And then the other one too, this one right here. Like that almost looks like a real person in a real tree. That's amazing. What a cool result that is. I love that. Flytrap action, yeah, right? It's like a Venus flytrap, money flytrap. Shaq. Yeah, so Sora clearly failed at this task. Sora is very good at certain things, but apparently not this. But look how good, dude, I just can't get over how good Minimax did at this. What an amazing video model. Money's a trap. Yes, evidently it is. Evidently it is. I still really can't get over this, like what it did with my drawing. It's such an interesting concept to me. And we can like change it into all kinds of different things. It doesn't have to be just this. There's so many directions we could take it. Like, for example, what if we up the influence of the style and like lower the influence of the drawing structure? So it deprioritizes my drawing and emphasizes the fat guy swamp creature thing. Get you in the end, yeah. Money will get you in the end if you let it. See you later, Adam. Nice talking to you. Thanks for being here. I enjoy making things at users' request. Man, oh man. What about something more elaborate like this? It's kind of suggestive, but you know, that's kind of why it's so interesting, to be honest. Oh, look at that. That's even cooler. Dope. Okay, so let's do this. Redondo Beach, right on. How's it going? I don't know if I've ever been to Redondo. I live in SoCal, but I don't think I've probably driven through Redondo Beach. I don't know. All right, so we're gonna play with this. Weird drawing is what we will call it. Gonna save that there. And then we're gonna use it as our style reference. Gonna do that like so. We're gonna run everything else as is. And so instead of this thing now, instead of having used this drawing with this texture, we are instead using this drawing, which is just like a completely bizarre mishmash of, well, you know what, just weirdness. So let's give it a shot, shall we? Let's see how this turns out. I'm actually very excited to see. Hello, Nepal. How are you doing, my friend? And hello to Raito as well. How are you? You're from India? Nice. Nice. Look at how it interpreted like this little wisp right here, like this thing right here, as like an ingrown hair. It's so funny. I love that. That's really funny. All right, any second now we're gonna see this. Whoa. Oh, that's trippy as hell. That's super weird. Let's up the influence of our structure here. Let's bring a little more of that drawing into the context. We'll lower the style a bit. It's pretty cool though. You can vaguely see where it follows the contours of my drawing. It's fascinating to see what it ended up doing with it though. 8 miles south of LAX. Gotcha. Okay, so it's in that part of town. Sleep well, Stockdale. Take care. Nice having you here. And thank you for the suggestions. That was pretty fun. All right. Let's see what we get from this. I want to see. Any minute now. I keep getting knocked out. Knocked out of what exactly? Oh man, look at this crap. What in tarnation? Dude, that's trippy as balls. I love that, dude. Let's download that and play with it. Just look at that. How strange. So weird. Oh, it's booting you off my channel? That sucks. I'm sorry about that. Oh, wow. Now we're getting somewhere. Look at that. This is so fun. Let's like keep upping the structure and lowering the style so that it increasingly emphasizes my drawing and decreases the influence of our style. This is the part of the whole process, guys, which is like highly experimental and iterative, and just like seeing what ends up looking cooler than something else, you know? Hello, Clarissa. How are you doing? That's me for real. Me for real. Algeria, right on. Nice to meet you, Karim. Thank you for following me. This is definitely a pretty gross style reference. Ooh, that's kind of interesting. So that is structure 70, HDR 30. Oh, that's a little more interesting. Let's go for a... Let's do like a 50-50 split. Let's just come back up a bit there. Let's do that. And then let's like find a different image to use as our style reference as well. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Okay, we'll come here. We'll do that. I'm friggin' sleepy. This is so bizarre. Oh, hell yeah, now we're talking. Yeah, so 50-50 is a pretty good split for this website. Like 50% structure, 50% style. I really like what it ends up doing with the outcome here. It's a pretty gross style reference overall. But, you know, that's just how we do. Oh man, look at that though. Look how weird that is. How trippy is that, guys? Holy crap. Good night, MPEG or MPG. That's so frickin' weird, dude. Pretty cool. Super trippy. Let's do that one. Hello, Agni. How are you? Agni. Have you ever helped your friends with tattoo designs or art? No, not really. I have not entered the world of tattoos quite yet. Whoa, check that out. That's sick. Dude, that's so cool. Oh my God. Fascinating. Very fascinating. Let's try a first last frame with that. Abstract morph. Stop. All right. I'll be gold for that area. For sure. Yeah, I've thought about doing tattoo related things. Certainly not as a tattoo artist directly who applies the tattoo. I would not trust my hands with that. But maybe as far as like designing the actual tattoos themselves, that could be a lot of fun. Can you teach me how to make incredible videos like yours? I certainly can, Annie. I'm beginning to try and help people in that way. The first way I'm doing that is I just released my first actual course, as you can see with the text on my left. I put out a course about how to use Sora 2, which is available in my bio. And it basically walks people through how to write prompts effectively using Sora 2 right here, and how to make really cool looking videos that are pretty viral too in a lot of cases. Yeah, it's a pretty comprehensive course. It doesn't really walk you through stuff like what you see here, like this really, really abstract stuff. You're probably gonna have to hop on my streams to catch a glimpse of that for now. But I plan on making more courses too in the future on some of these other tools. But the first one that I've focused on is just Sora 2. Ooh, look at that. That's kind of weird. Look at that. That's so cool. That's so strange, guys. Hey, Nitesh, how's it going? It's so fun to see what these pictures do to my old drawings. It really is. You'll tattoo a friend and show me the result. Nice. Maybe I'll give that some thought, David Ink. Maybe shoot me like a DM and we can like talk about it more. I'm not sure what exactly you would need from me to pull that off, but that could be a really fun little thing. Still waiting on this. Okay. Let's oh wait, is it ready? Nice, it's ready. Whoa. Kind of cool, I guess. Try Dreamina, shall we? Oh, hell yeah. Gore industry gonna get some crazy scenes in the future for sure. Yes, yes. Like, AI is gonna just make such a splash in industries like that. The course, is it a one-on-one class? So no, in its current form, and by the way, I do offer that. I do offer one-on-one consultations. You can also find the links to schedule for that in my bio. So if you want to schedule for like 30 minutes or an hour, we can definitely sit down and chat about like whatever your needs are with AI. But no, specifically as far as the Sora 2 thing, that's like a video course. It's like 13 or 14 separate videos that sort of walk you through how I make videos using Sora 2, how I've gone viral with a lot of those videos, and sort of the like do's and don'ts as far as how to prompt it and how to use it. So that course is specific to like this website or this tool. It doesn't really cover stuff like what you see here with this like abstract sort of art that I'm currently working on. It's very focused as a course. But if you're interested in Sora 2, you're interested in going viral with videos like this, that's the nature of the course I'm releasing. So yeah. Sir, I greet you. How much is the course? Hey, how's it going? AI Get a Life. The course at the moment is $99. It's, gives you lifetime access as well as future updates I'll be making to it. I do plan on adding more to it over time, some more materials, things like that. But yeah, for that one price, just flat rate, you get it for life. You get to download it for yourself, and you get access to all future updates as well. So, as well as you can, message me and ask me certain questions about it, and I'm happy to answer it. But yeah, super excited to release it today. I worked really, really hard on it, and I hope it helps a lot of people. I really do. There's a lot of like super, I guess you could say, actionable, relevant advice that I give in it that comes directly from my experience making videos constantly every single day. So yeah, I think it's pretty good, but hopefully others agree. Oh, right, yes. Sorry guys, I forgot that I turned the volume up on the music, and then I forgot to turn it back down. Hopefully that's a lot better. Hopefully. Thank you, Annie, for letting me know. Am I working with agencies to create scenes or model-based works? Not really directly, no. I have consulted with like larger companies and organizations as far as like how to do certain things, but I don't have like an actual tenure or an employment with like a company as far as this goes. I kind of just work for myself. But yeah, always happy to like do consults with folks or groups of folks and just kind of point them in the right direction with these tools, because it can be very confusing to know where to start when getting into the world of AI, figuring out how it can benefit you as far as what you do. There's just so many approaches. And I like to think I have a pretty good understanding of all the different creative tools and how they like work with each other. So that's kind of what I help folks with, is like how can they use generative AI in the right way. What is this? Got it, okay. Cool, that's great. Great, okay, cool. So let's just try this out. First and last frame, we'll do, what are we gonna do? We're gonna do, is it 1 by 1? I think it's 1 by 1. Okay, 1 by 1. Oh my God, I've made such fucking insane shit. So why are we all the way down here now? Okay. Okay, so we want this one to morph into the following one. Yes, first last frame, multi-frame. There we go. Let's make that 10 seconds. I guess we can only go up to 6. An abstract and atomic morph. Psychedelic, trippy, fractal folding in on itself. Hell yeah, let's see how that gets us. Do that. And we'll also run that back through with free pick as well, the same prompt. We'll just do 5 seconds for that. And let's do, can we do hello first last frame? I think we can. Apparently not. Okay, well, whatever. Is it Dreamina? Yeah, the website right here is Dreamina. I'm using their first and last frame stuff. If I pay for your course, can I do a collab with you? Good question. I'm always open to the idea of, like, you know, getting people good deals, sweetening the deal. I kind of approach collaborations in a very specific way. What I would suggest is that you message me outside of the stream about like a possible collab. I kind of just mostly collab with pages I'm like familiar with and have spoken to in the past. But I'm happy to explore like your work and kind of what you do, and we can kind of take it from there. But I don't know if I can directly answer that at the moment. Dreamina usually changes the aspect. Oh, does it really? Okay, I guess we're about to find out. Yeah, Dreamina is not the best, but for some things I do kind of prefer it. I actually only just started using Dreamina recently. It's not one of my main tools. You DM'd me regarding the tattoo. Nice. Thank you, David. I'll check it out shortly. This is taking a while here. It just does like a flip around. That's not really what I want. Folds in on itself grotesquely. Let's just write that as our prompt. Fuck it. I have no idea of AI videos. If I register for this course, am I going to get all the understanding I need? Okay, so that's a really good question. And maybe I haven't been specific enough about what you'll get out of the course. It's a very specific course for making videos using a new platform called Sora 2. If you're familiar with ChatGPT, which I think a lot of people are by now, the same company that makes ChatGPT also makes a video creation engine, which is this thing right here. It's a website or an app that you use, and just by typing basic prompts, you get short form videos that you can just like use and post to social media or whatever. It's definitely got a learning curve to it as far as how to get the most out of it. And that is what my course is specifically designed for. It's to help you navigate Sora 2, understand why some prompts might not be working versus others. It's also an exploration of like what's going viral here on Sora and how you can maybe use that to your advantage, how you can adapt some of these viral hits, not without outright copying it or plagiarizing it. I kind of walk you through how to make a version of your own or how to remix it, things like that. So yeah, that's pretty much the focus of the course. I do also talk about how to go viral just in general in a later chapter, but for the most part, the course is focused on Sora 2. I hope that helps. I know it can be kind of a new kind of frightening world for people who haven't done anything with AI yet, but I try and simplify it as best as I can. But yeah, this other stuff that I'm doing over here, like what you see right here and everything, this is not contained within the scope of that course. This is like some other stuff that I'm just messing around with. And it's something I might make a course on in the future, where I specifically take my old drawings and like turn them into these things. I mean, there's just so much you can do with AI. you need to like, you need to kind of have a focus with it and have an intention. So I learned so much from your streams, Modern Renaissance. Oh, thank you, Dave. That's awesome. I'm glad you're getting something out of it. I really am. Thank you. Dreamina slow as fuck. I know, right? Why is Dreamina just like hanging on this 99%? It sucks. I think though that FreePick also has access to Dreamina, because I think the model that they use is called C-Dance, is it not? C-Dance 1.0 Pro. I think this, yeah, okay, cool. So I can access it here in FreePick. Let's just paste in the same prompt. We'll do 5 second and we'll just run this as well. So we're literally just gonna try it elsewhere. But yeah, Annie, thank you very much for the question from earlier. I hope I answered it adequately. Babe, love you. Thank you, Froob. This one's kind of cool. I'm just still not super bullish on it. Pity, really. Yeah, Dreamina is just like not having it today. Let's keep going with these. These are very relaxing. Taking old drawings and just pasting on a new coat of paint. It's quite fun for me. So how's about we take this geometric maze type of deal, which is pretty trippy to look at, frankly. There's a little mouse too. It's so cool. Let's use that as our style. I'm gonna download that. We're gonna bring it into Magnific, like so. Drag that on in and hit generate. Good morning to you two. Oh, for sure, Annie. Yeah, no problem. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask. And as far as like registering or anything, it's pretty straightforward. On the site I'm selling it, all you really need to do is just like purchase it, and then you get access to the actual videos, as well as I think the ability to download them as well, or you can just watch them on the website. But yeah, I plan on adding a lot more to it in the future as well. I'm gonna just keep adding to it, and once you pay the flat fee, like you get pretty much lifetime access to that course as well as all future updates. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know what that was. Yeah. I'm just kind of losing cognition here. I've had a long day. Zurich checking in. Nice, nice. How's the weather over there in Zurich? Okay. How about we take another drawing of mine, shall we? Shall we? This one's pretty dope. Actually, this one's even doper. I've always loved this. It's kind of like a weird interdimensional gecko with like tentacles coming out. Let's play with that, shall we? I'll just call it gecko. Actually, I'm gonna color correct it first. Let's just auto tone it. Way better. Way better. Beautiful. We'll play with the levels. We'll bring that up a touch so it's cleaner to look at overall. Beautiful. And you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do a friggin' smart object it. We're gonna do 1080 by 1920 so that we can have a 9:16 of this boy. And we're going to shrink it on there. Great, so now when we have our final result, it will be in an aspect ratio that works for social media. That's gonna be dope. Gecko tall, cool, we're gonna use that. Those drawings are already in your system of, I'm not sure what you are asking. Those drawings are already in your system of I'm not totally sure. These are old drawings that I made some years back. They're just like uploaded to one of my like storage account things. I think on Google Drive, you know. With all the censoring, what's the best UI to get more body horror? Weather is horrible. Oh, it's horrible. That's too bad. Honestly, one of the best video models for body horror and horror in general is definitely Hilluo Minimax. This one right here. It's definitely one of the best as far as closed source, which means basically you have to pay for it. It you know, it still has some censorship. It's just not as censored as the others. If you want full unfettered access, like if you want like total non-censorship, you'd want to go for WAN 2.2, which is like the open source side of things, and it's free to download, free to use. You just need a really powerful computer to run it. But that's pretty much the most uncensored version you're going to find. Oh, I have so many credits on this website. That's sick. Hey, look at that. That's interesting. I like that. I really like that. That's cool. That's cool. I like that. That's fascinating. Let's go with that. I really like that, actually. C-Dance is really good at certain things. That is really fun to look at. Look how the eye just like turns into that thing. That's pretty dope. I think what I'm going to do now is loop it. Let's turn it into a loop using Sora. I'm guessing is like Comfy. One is mainly accessed through Comfy UI. That is correct. There are other places and ways to access one. Comfy UI is pretty much the most popular and well-supported way to access it, yes. Can I use my iPhone to achieve all the apps and edit? Yeah, especially in the case of Sora 2, you can use your phone for like everything. You can use it to prompt the video, you can use it to download the video, and then you can use it to repost it to Instagram or wherever else you want. It is insane how much you can do just from your phone these days, honestly. A lot of the videos you see on my page within the last few weeks have literally, I made those all completely from my phone. So it's kind of amazing the point that we're at right now. Hello, Regini, how are you? How much storage do you even have? I have a lot of storage. I have probably too much storage. You think you'll have a movie or series in the future? I sure would like to. I want to do something. I kind of want to get into like short filmmaking or like horror movies or something like that. Definitely want to start moving into that direction. Okay, so we are where we're here. So I want to now, inside of Topaz AI, if you're not familiar, guys, Topaz AI, Topaz Video AI, it's a program that you buy one time and you have it for life. And it basically lets you upscale your videos and also up the frame rate on them as well. So if you have like a 30 FPS video, this will allow you to bring it up to like 60 FPS or something, and do a few other things too. So in this case, we're just gonna bump this up to 30 frames because it's currently at 24. And once that finishes, we're gonna bring it into Sora 1, not Sora 2, Sora 1, because Sora 1 has a really powerful looping mechanism that can take existing footage and just turn it into a perfect loop. It's amazing how rarely people discuss the capabilities of Sora 1 because it really is an amazing model. Even now with Sora 2 coming out, I still find myself going back to Sora 1 for a lot of different things. Like, look at this. Like, I made this with, you know, Sora 1. It's insane. It's so crazy the things it's capable of. But in this case, we're just going to use it to loop our video. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to interpolate. Midjourney needs some updates. It has potential. It does, yeah. Midjourney is still the king at like, in terms of like artistically pleasing pictures to look at. I still think stylistically speaking, it's like at the very top still. It's not always the best at like realism and following your prompts to a T, but yeah, just visually Midjourney is in a league of its own. Is this gonna work or not? There's gotta be a way to interpolate online just real quick. I can probably upscaler and free pick. Maybe I'll just try that. So we have this. Maybe I can bring this into here. Let's see if this works. Hopefully it does. Preserve resolution, bring it up to 30. And then let's do that, shall we? 2.5 minutes, eh? Do I have subtitles in Spanish for the course? At the moment, no, I'm afraid I don't. I'm sorry. That's definitely something I'll consider adding, though. I'm really glad that you brought that up. I do want to try and do stuff like subtitles on the video. I will explore how to go about adding that to the course. I'm really glad that you mentioned that. Thank you. Brother, kindly tell the steps which you creating video. It depends which video you're talking about. I'm making like 3 different videos right now. But like this one, for example, this was a first and last frame video where I basically created 2 images as the first step, and then I created an animation between them. So it's like first frame, last frame, as you can see right here. And what that is being done with what's known as interpolation, interpolating between frames. And in order to achieve that, I used, for that particular video, I used C-Dream, I believe, C-Dance 1.0 Pro, which is the name of the video model. So it was kind of a multi-step process, one where I started with making images and then I animated between those images. As you can see, I'm making a number of different like variations of that type of image, like these, and I'm just like animating between them. How did everyone get the Stephen Hawking images? So for whatever reason, Sora 2 allows Stephen Hawking as like, or at least it did for a time. They may have brought the hammer down on that. They're always like taking things out of it day by day. So, you know, something that might have worked last week might not work this week, but at least for a little while, you could make videos using Stephen Hawking in the prompt, and it led to some pretty viral results, you know, but I actually haven't made a Stephen Hawking video in a little while, so I don't know what the state of it is. There's this guy who creates models using AI to promote brands. Oh, that's interesting. Are you creating mostly images too? Yeah, a large part of my process is making images. As you can see here, I have so many images that I've just been creating every single day. And sometimes I turn them into videos. Sometimes I just leave them as images. But yes, most of the time I usually take an image and I'll turn it into a video. But yeah, making images is a huge part of my workflow. And I just love making them in general. Even though they don't really end up on my Instagram that often, it's still very fun to make them. Like, look at that. Fucking weird. Oh, thank you, HR Paul. I really appreciate that. Very much appreciated. Again, I'll try and see. Yeah, I mean, maybe I can probably upload a separate set of video assets to my existing course that contain either Spanish subtitles or like a Spanish voiceover. Probably subtitles is what you would want. But what you can also do is you can download my course, because I believe I've made it downloadable, and you can bring that into a software like CapCut, and you can have it auto-generate captions in a different language, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that is a possibility. There's definitely tools that can do that. Those images are censored. Which tool do you use? Which images are censored? Which ones are you talking about? Images are censored. I'm not sure I understand the question. Images to video, yes. I take a lot of these images and I'll turn them into videos. I don't always do image to video. Sometimes I just do text to video. In the case of Sora 2, which is what my course is mainly about. Sora 2 can do image to video, but it's not, I don't love it, to be honest. I haven't gotten the best of results using images in Sora 2, I'll usually just like type a prompt, like a squirrel running through a field, you know? That I think is what is one of Sora 2's strengths, is the whole text to video type of deal. Tools like ChatGPT can't generate those images. Oh, correct. Yes. No, I think I see what you're saying. So to achieve some of these results, I'm mainly using an image editing model. There's two different kinds of AI image models. One of them, the first kind is the kind that just generates images based on a prompt, like Midjourney or any of those. The second type of AI image model is an image editing model, such as what I'm using here. This is called, I believe, yeah, what's it called? The one that I'm using. It's called Seedream 4, SEEDREAM. And what Seedream 4 does is it lets you upload multiple images and then prompt it to modify those images, do different things with them. It's kind of like Nano Banana. If you've used Nano Banana by Google Gemini, it's a similar situation. You can like upload images, remix them, and tell the AI to do various things with them. And so to achieve some of these results that you see, they're more or less the result of me just taking old images that I had and reimagining them. Like, as you can see right here, this image right here came from 6 prior images that you can see down in this little upload box. And then I just fed it a prompt, and the AI pretty much mashed those images together into a new creation entirely. And through that process of iteration, I just end up with weirder and weirder results, basically. That's kind of more or less what I'm getting at. The billion view one, that was Sora. The billion view video, I believe, was Sora. Was that text to video? It might have been video to video. I can't remember the exact process that one. It was Sora, but I used a number of different tools. I had like a source video that I then like remixed and reimagined. I did a number of things with that one. That was a while back, but I think Sora was the main player in that. FreePick is used for modification. Yes, absolutely. FreePick is used for a number of different things, but I think the thing I use it for the most is what you see here, the whole modification of images, of just splicing together images, creating new ones. Now, you don't need to use FreePick to do what I'm doing. I'm just using, FreePick is not an AI model. It's actually just a hub. It's a website you go to that grants you access to other models, image models, video models. And so the image model I'm using to create these effects is called Seedream 4. You can find Seedream 4 on other websites like fall.ai, I believe. There's a number of these websites that give you access to Seedream 4. I just happen to be accessing it from FreePick, so. But yeah, FreePick is definitely, one of its strengths is image editing, image creation, and just playing with images on FreePick. You can also make videos, of course, using FreePick, and I do that pretty often as well. But yeah, it's kind of just like an all-in-one sort of website. It's one of the main sites I go to. Please drop a link of the image editing tool you use. Let me check it out, sir. Yeah, so I mean, freepick.com is where you would do the image editing like I'm showing right here. It's literally just freepik.com. And then what you would have to do is sign up for like a new account. There's different like payment options, payment subscription tiers. I believe the lowest amount of money you could pay to get access to their unlimited image generation is something like $40 a month. But you can pay less than that and still access their image tools, but it's not going to be unlimited. Oh my God, Dreamina is still rendering. That's so funny. Crazy, dude, crazy. Okay, so do we have our, great, we finally have our upscale. Now we can finally come back to Sora, switch back over to Sora 1, and make a perfect loop out of this weird thing. Oh man, my mouth is drying out and talking too much. How hard or big of a team is needed to create and train AI models like these? Well, it depends on, So you mean AI models like Sora or like one of these video models? That, to be honest with you, I'm probably the wrong person to ask for that. I've never been in the position of assembling a team to train a video model, nor have I ever trained a video model personally. I've trained video LoRa's and image LoRa's, but those are a little different. LoRa's are kind of like a different can of worms that I'm not really going to go into here. But I don't have any direct experience training models specifically, especially not video models. That's kind of a rabbit hole. What about Sora 2? How much do I have to pay to access their tools? So Sora is interesting because if you have access to the app, which I think is invite only right now, it does give you a handful of free videos that you can make per day, but that's only from the app. Other than that, if you sign up for like their Plus subscription, I think it is, they have Plus and then they have Pro, ChatGPT Plus price. So if you sign up for ChatGPT Plus, this will give you access to Sora. Limited. Let me see like exactly what you get out of it. So someone just said in here earlier, like about an hour ago, that if you're on ChatGPT Plus, you'll get something like 30 videos per day that you can generate on Sora, which is pretty decent if you know what you're doing with the prompts and all of that. So not the worst deal in the world. I'm personally on the Pro plan, which is pretty pricey, 200 bucks a month. I would only recommend that for like serious power users, but that gives you 100 videos a day that you can generate with Sora 2. But yeah, that kind of speaks to the importance of prompting correctly, prompting cleverly and intentionally. Because you have such a limited run of videos per day, you really want to be intentional with how you prompt these things. And so that's mainly what I hope to convey in the course, is like how to prompt correctly so you're not wasting credits, you're not wasting time really. How do you upscale images? My favorite website one of my favorite websites for upscaling images is, ooh, that's cool, is this website, Magnific. Magnific.ai is a really cool website for upscaling images. Very powerful, honestly. Would highly recommend. I believe you can access Magnific through FreePic as well, actually, because FreePic has a partnership with Magnific, which means they have brought some of Magnific's functionality onto their website. I'm almost certain that they have yes, image upscaler. And then where does that take you? I think this is Magnific. Yes, cool. So Magnific is built into FreePic also. So if you don't want to sign up for Magnific, you can literally just sign up for FreePic and upscale your images there. It's only available in US and Canada, but for others, you need an invite code. Are you talking about Sora or FreePic? Does it yield better results if you ask chat to perfect your Sora prompts? Sometimes yes. That's definitely one of the things I explore in the course, is like using ChatGPT and other LLMs at your advantage as like an assistant to refine your prompts and to just get the most accurate results out of them. So definitely don't shy away from using chat for some of the prompting and whatnot. I think there's kind of a stigma around it for some people. They think, if you use chat to write your prompt, that kind of lessens the overall, I don't know, artistic merit or something. I don't agree with that. I think if you have a tool at your disposal, you should be using it. There's no reason not to. Okay, I mean, with your course, what tools, payment do you recommend? What tools, payment do you recommend? So, well, the course, it just kind of walks you through how to use Sora 2, the website version of Sora 2, which is literally just Sora.com. Sora.com brings you right to it. But you need to, before being able to access it, you need to sign up for an account. So, sign up like what I was just showing you earlier. Come here to like chatgpt.com/pricing. And my biggest recommendation would just be to sign up for the Plus plan, 20 bucks a month. Gives you access, starter access to Sora 2. Let me clarify that and like make for extra sure that, so let's see, because it doesn't mention Sora 2 here anywhere. Sora 2, ChatGPT plus Sora 2. I just want, oh, wait a sec. Well, plus users, oh, okay. Actually, you know what? You might actually be able to access it for free. It looks like the free tier is able to access Sora 2. Give me a second here. Plus users get other benefits. I receive extra Sora 2 access beyond. Available through the iOS app. Yes, we know that. With higher tier access. Okay. This is probably something I should clarify and add a module for, just exactly how to pay and to access it. Because I'm coming from the perspective of paying for the Pro plan, which is like 200 bucks a month. My understanding is that free users do have access to it on the website though. They certainly have access through the app, but if you don't have access to the app, this is maybe a gray area I'm gonna have to investigate, but I don't know why it's so vague. It should be pretty straightforward up here. Okay, Sora 2 is available through a free tier with limits and has a separate invite-only system accessible through the app. Okay. What I interpret from that is that you can just go to Sora.com even on a free plan and generate a limited number of videos. Not using their Pro model, mind you, but still having some access to Sora 2. So, and to be honest with you, I don't even use the Pro model. There's Sora 2 and then there's Sora 2 Pro. See right here for models. I rarely ever touch the Sora Pro model. I actually prefer the results of the regular one, which you're gonna have access to as a free user. So I find that to be pretty funny. I actually compare the Pro versus non-Pro in the course as far as like why I prefer the non-Pro. But yeah. Sora 2 is only available in US and Canada, but for other countries, it requires invite. For sure, interesting. Yeah, no, it's definitely limited to like the US and Canada at the moment. Although I will tell you, there are ways to make Sora 2 videos on different platforms, but they will cost money, of course. So for example, back here on FreePic, FreePic lets you make Sora 2 videos. You can choose from the model drop down here. You can scroll down to Sora 2. And they use API calls. That might be a bit technical to mention, but that's how they pull this off. They talk to the Sora 2 servers. Basically, you write your prompt right here, you click generate, and it makes you a Sora 2 video right here on platform. You don't have to log on to Sora or anything like it. So there are multiple ways to create Sora 2 videos besides just going on to Sora.com. And I do cover that as well in the course, by the way, how to access Sora 2 outside of Sora 2. I live in Germany. Is it available here? It should be if you access a non-Sora website such as FreePic right here. I believe FreePic's available in Germany. Is FreePic available in Germany? Should be. Yes, FreePic is available in Germany. So yeah, there are a number of different websites that grant you access to Sora. And FreePic is one of those websites. So assuming that you've signed up for FreePic and you're logged in and all that, you would just come to the video generator tab. And yeah, the video generator tab, you would choose Sora from the model list, type your prompt, select your duration, and then click generate. And it goes pretty fast, more or less just as fast as the main website. And yeah, there's multiple ways to access Sora 2. I would start with trying to access it on Sora.com. I can't guarantee that Germany's gonna have direct access to it at the moment. But if that ends up failing, I would try FreePic or even Krea is another option, I believe, Krea.ai. There's a number of these websites out there that act as AI hubs that give you access to these models. FreePic is just one option, but there's also Higgsfield. Higgsfield has Sora built in, so if you've ever used a Higgsfield.ai, you can come right up here to the videos tab and go to Sora 2, and then you can generate Sora 2 videos here as well. And it's all prompt based. All these are just writing prompts. It's the same functionality across all these different sites. It's just a matter of how are you accessing it. Brother, are you from the US? Yes, I'm from the US. Oh yeah, get a VPN. Yeah, VPN is a good option as well, for sure. Have I created videos from Sora 2 by timeline prompting? I have played, you mean like the storyboarding on Sora 2? I definitely have played with it. It's not something that I use primarily, this thing right here, storyboard. I've dabbled with it, but it's not my favorite way of making videos, to be honest with you. I think it does have a pretty good use case, but that's not something that I cover in the course as of yet. I might add that on, but at the moment, storyboard's not my specialty. Just being totally honest with you. Some of these are crazy, dude. What are we listening to? What is this music? Let's change that, shall we? Let's go to Tool music, or in the style of Tool anyway. How do I get a course link? Really good question. Yeah, so the link for my course is in my bio. So if you go onto my Instagram bio and you tap the links towards the top of my page, it should be that top link, that first link in my list of links. You'll see it's called something like Master Sora 2 or something. I will tell you exactly what it says. It's this link right here. Master Sora 2 and Go Viral full course. So you would just click the link, then this thing would pop up, and then you would click this big blue one right up the top here, and that will bring you to the page to buy the course. See? It's hosted over here on Gumroad, which is a pretty easy to access website for courses and whatnot. Link in bio. Yes, the link is in my bio for sure. Link in bio. All right. Where was I? I have like a million windows open. Oh yeah, I was gonna do a Sora loop, wasn't I? So let's go back to Sora 1, get our video ready, like so. And I do plan, by the way, on also adding some new modules, or it might just be its own course entirely, that focuses on Sora 1. Because I think people think that now that Sora 2 is out, there's no reason to pay attention to Sora 1 anymore. That is definitely not the case. And there's a lot of reasons for that. I still frequent Sora 1 for many different things. And I think a lot of people are sleeping on the feature set over here on Sora 1. It does a lot of really interesting things. One of those things is looping videos, looping existing footage. So I just uploaded this and I'm gonna loop it, click loop, and there's different lengths of loop. You can do short loop, medium, long loop. So I'm just gonna run a few and see which one I like the most. But yeah, there's a whole rabbit hole to Sora 1 that I want to invite people into. How much payment? Oh, for the course? Currently it is $99. And it gives you lifetime access to the course. It gives, what is that? Let's close that. Lifetime access to the course, as well as all future editions, future add-ons. I'm gonna be adding to it over time with new modules, new downloads, things like that. So it's kind of like a one and done type of thing. You pay for it, you get lifetime access to it. But yeah, you guys, I really appreciate the questions and the interest. Thank you so much. And in the future, I do want to make more courses around other things like this, like the stuff I do on free pick, you know, using Minimax and Kling and some of these others, as well as how to make these like creepier, like more abstract body horror types of pictures, which are not easily promptable in normal circumstances. That would probably be a more kind of a more advanced course. I mean, it's all relative. Maybe it's not that advanced, but. Oh, you're very welcome, David. Thank you for still being here, by the way. That's awesome. But yeah, this is definitely my first like foray into the whole online course type of thing. I want to do a lot more stuff like it because I do enjoy teaching. I just wanted to make a formal version of it for folks. But I do plan on making more in the future. Let's see how this turned out. Oh, that sucks. The loop broke. look, it like broke right here. It doesn't even make sense. Let's see how these others turn out. Hey, Sharkbite, how's it going, man? How you take prompting? I'm not sure I understand the question. How do I take prompting? Oh, you might have to elaborate on that question, Atif. Is YouTube allowing monetization of AI created YouTube? On some videos, yes. I do have a lot of AI videos on my YouTube. Not every video on my YouTube is AI, and maybe that's why I'm monetized, but I have had a lot of my YouTube shorts get monetization, and they are, some of them are based on AI. And I think, or at least I hope, that the reason they're monetized is because they're a little more artistic, and like I do put actual effort into them, versus one of these like automation channels where they just like churn out AI videos without any thought put in. So I think that might be the reason why they allow me to monetize, but it's hard to say. Let's see how this turned out. Ooh. Ooh, that's really cool. I like that. That's super cool. Fascinating. That's a really nice loop. I like that a lot, actually. Beautiful. Oh, you're very welcome, actually. Oh, I'm getting tired. Brother. It's so weird looking. Is there a WhatsApp group or community where we get the update? Really good question. I do intend to set up a Discord channel focused around this course, and just in general, like a Bennett Waisbren community. I will definitely, the moment that's created, I'll probably make that pretty soon, actually. I'm glad you brought that up. But I'll put a blast out here on Instagram. I'll do like a story or a post that kind of says that the Discord is ready, and I'll also mention it here on stream. But yes, really good question. I do plan on setting up a Discord for the course. What do I think of AI music? I'm mostly a fan of it. The stuff you're listening to right now is AI music. I made this based off of kind of the likeness of Tool and that type of music. But I'm not always like super into AI music. That's one of the areas where I'm still very particular. I take music pretty seriously in terms of my enjoyment of it. And I'm not fully on board with like AI music as a consumer just yet, which I think is ironic to admit since I'm so deep into AI. but it's true. Like I take music pretty seriously. I have heard a lot of AI music that's actually pretty decent. It's just not something I normally go out of my way for in general. Oh, damn. Yeah, this one came out really good. I really like this video. Did not get your exact time for live. Yeah, I know. I haven't been, so I'm trying to establish a schedule for going live. This week's been a little haphazard because I've been focusing all my energy on releasing the course. But now that that's finally out in the wild and it's live, I'm going to be streaming a lot more regularly. So I plan on basically streaming Monday through Friday, anywhere between 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time up until 1 or 2 p.m. Pacific. That's kind of going to be my window that I'm going to work with for the time being. I know that right now it's obviously a lot later. It's like the middle of the night for me. But you can expect to see me generally Monday through Friday from 11 or 12 in the morning Pacific Standard. This is weird looking, I like it. That transition is interesting. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of how the background melts apart, like right around here. You see how the background kind of like melts? It's kind of like a lazy crossfade. It's not the worst, but I feel like we could get a better loop if we keep playing with this right here. So that was okay, a long loop. Let's try a few more options for long. 11 to 2 US time, correct, yes. Pacific Standard Time. So West Coast, United States, 11 a.m., 12 p.m., that sort of window. Shit. I thought I hit those. Crud. How is that still? What? I thought I turned these off. Crapola. Boy. Shoot. Okay, I'm gonna have to address that. Anyways. How do I enjoy prompting? Like, how do I find the joy in the process or whatever? It just kind of comes natural. Please try to create a whole video, like first prompt, then images, then video. Yeah, I could. I don't know. I was actually gonna wrap up pretty soon, guys. I'm like really tired right now. I'm kind of like having trouble focusing. I do want to take that request, Atif. I would like to make a video for y'all, but I'm kind of winding down at the moment, actually. But the next time I go live, if you catch my live, I'd be happy to make some videos for you in real time and stuff. But I think for right now, I'm gonna have to log off. And yeah. But you know what, guys? Thank you so much for being here, for being interested, both in my work, what I do, my new course. I love the questions. Keep them coming. I love answering about it. And yeah, I hope to see you again. Like, again, Monday through Friday, about 11 a.m. Probably more like 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is what I'm going to target. So I'm very confused on prompting because we did not get results. I will say that in my course, I talk a lot about prompting correctly, how to write the correct prompt, how to write viral prompts that are pretty like primed to go viral, things like that, and kind of like the practices to avoid when prompting inside of Sora 2. That's definitely something I can touch more on the next stream, but like as of right now, I'm tapping out, guys. I really hope I answered as many questions as you wanted. I know I didn't get to everything, but listen, again, thank you for being here. I love you all very much. And yeah, just like stay weird, stay curious, and keep having fun with these tools because that's what matters the most. All right, guys, I'll catch you later. All right, take care. Peace. Dude, how the fuck? This is so aggravating. I thought I turned off the prints. Fuck. Fuck. Text message. What the fuck, dude? Okay, go. Orders, fuck. Shipped by 130, what the fuck? Overdue, fuck off. Why is this still available, dude? I fucking... Oh my god, I turned this off, man. Like, what the fuck? How the fuck? How did it turn back on? I unlisted it. Fuck. Fuck. What do you mean product not found? Just, what the fuck are you... Okay.